Hello, beautifuls, and welcome. If you're already here and tuning in, thanks for being here. The reason that I'm not set up in a yoga posture is because tonight's class is based on the astrology of the moon, and it is a yoga nidra class, which is simply lying down in shavasana. So we are going to be just lying on a flat plane, and I highly recommend you just lay in your bed. It's the most comfortable place. You can use pillows to support you underneath the backs of your knees, and just try to make sure that you don't prop your head up too much, because you want to have a clear pathway of your prana, your life force energy, otherwise known as your breath. So it's okay to roll up like a towel behind the small curve that your neck makes, but try not to get too fluffy of a pillow so that the back of your head is still on the same physical level as the backs of your shoulders. It's also nice if you can have your tailbone at that same level, but the knees are okay. A lot of people feel really comfortable with something like a bolster underneath of the knees. So get that for yourself now in this setup time. We just have a couple more minutes and then we'll begin. Yeah, make yourself super comfy. Just trying to find my book here. Okay. And we'll begin in just a moment. The only intentions for this class are that you completely relax, that you try not to move throughout the practice, and that you remain awake. Many people use Yoga Nidra as a sleep aid in order to help you to fall asleep, and that's also perfectly fine. If you have trouble sleeping, let yourself know still that you are intending to stay awake throughout the entire practice, but when you do fall asleep, there is no need to have regret or to make yourself feel bad for falling asleep. It is perfectly normal. It means you needed that rest, and it's actually really, really good for you. So Yoga Nidra itself as a practice, an hour of it is equivalent to 3 hours of REM sleep or rapid eye movement. And so it's going to benefit you whether you stay awake or fall asleep. You will still get all of the benefits. You'll still receive a lot of deep relaxation, deep soothing, and deep healing. And if you would like to, it's kind of like a trick to the brain. You can tell yourself, I'm going to stay awake and I'm going to focus on the practice and be still. So I'm not going to move. So yeah, get into the most comfortable position you can be in, and we shall begin. I'd like to invite you into this evening's practice with the theme of the Libra energy. Our moon is in the sign of Libra, and I love to base classes around the theme of the moon because the moon represents our emotional realm. It's how we collectively feel in line with the archetype of the astrological sign where the moon is residing right now. So there's something that's being called into question or something that needs to be chosen or resolved. And it depends on which area of your birth chart, what planets you have in Libra, which houses. We can get into all of that. If you would ever like to have a birth chart reading, I do a really special, a whole printout that you get to keep, and an hour session where I go over like a summary of the key points in your chart if that's something that you're interested in. If you're not interested in it, you will still benefit greatly from this practice regardless. What I'm saying is about the themes of this energy. It's an energetic, and it's a beautiful way to allow yourself to be guided through a meditation because you don't have to do anything. There will be a point where you set an intention, which is called a sankalpa in Yoga Nidra, and that will be told to you. You'll be guided through that process as well. So there is really nothing to do but lie down. You lay down in Shavasana, which is also known as corpse pose. There's nothing for me to demonstrate. That's why I sit and speak these classes to you. So you just lie down, get really relaxed. Let yourself kind of feel into the back of the head, the back of the neck even. You can put something small to support the neck. Feel into the backs of the shoulders. See if you can feel the vertebrae of the spine. Just for a moment, kind of like wiggle them or draw them back. Maybe your shoulders come forward a bit and your chest collapses as you try to press your spine into the surface that you're on. It could be your bed, floor, a mat. I always recommend your bed. Feel into the heaviness of your hips and bring your arms out to the sides. So your palms are facing up in a gesture of receiving, and they're a little bit away from your hips. So they're not out in a big T. They're not up close next to your body. There's just a little bit of space there so that the full arm can completely relax. And the same with your legs. So separate your legs a little bit so that they're at least as wide as your hips width, if not a bit wider. And then also see if you can let your toes kind of rock out to the sides. This is also just so that you're in the most stable or the least kinetic energy of all the positions you could be in. Close your eyes and keep them closed throughout the entire practice. There is nothing that you need to see. You are simply using levels of hearing and awareness to take a journey through the conscious mind into the subconscious. And we're going to be going on a journey through the archetype of the sign and just see how it lands with you. See how you receive this energy. How does it feel in your body, in your emotional space, in your mind? What comes up for you? There's no thinking that's required during Yoga Nidra. Meditation is really just observing the processes that the thinking mind can ultimately release. So it's a really beautiful way to just let go. No, nothing is mandatory. Everything is for your own best interest, this or something greater for the good of all concerned. As you slowly sink in and relax more and more, begin to notice your breathing, just noticing it, not trying to change it. Allow it to be what it is. And as you breathe in each time, doesn't have to be now, whenever it comes to you naturally, just think of all the things that you want to fill yourself with, all of the spaces in your life that you have intentions that you want to fill with, all the good things that you desire. And at the same time, with every exhale breath, whenever they come, no force, allow yourself to let go of things that are currently taking up that space, things that maybe you're holding on to that you don't really need. And let your breath kind of be this washing, drawing in of what you do want and letting go as you exhale of what you don't. And don't worry if nothing comes to mind. It's completely okay. Just allow yourself to feel what your breath, your prana, your life force energy feels like in your body, in your lungs, in your nose, maybe even in your mouth, perhaps even through your skin. As you breathe, I'll just read you some background on Nidra. Yoga Nidra is a form of Tantra. Tantra means the uniting of the two forces of masculine and feminine energy within us all. Yoga Nidra is not sleeping, it is not concentration, but it is opening the inner chambers of your mind. In Yoga Nidra, you step down into the internal dimension of your consciousness. Even if you do not understand anything I say, it does not matter. The sound of my voice acts as a rope for you. And just as you take a rope to go in and out of the depths of a cave, so too, with the help of sound, will you venture in and out of your own mind. Please get ready for the Yoga Nidra practice. Your eyes are closed. Your body is still. Your mind is in a mood to relax. You are not trying to concentrate. Make no effort to control your mind. You are practicing Yoga Nidra. Become aware of your whole body. You are lying in a beautiful room. You are on the same mental level as everyone in the universe. Almost everyone is emitting the same frequency of vibration. The whole atmosphere is charged with one type of powerful vibration. In this atmosphere, you are lying in Shavasana, corpse pose. Your body is still. The sound of your breath is very rhythmic. You are becoming aware of how you are breathing, how your breath moves your body. No force, simply awareness. Your body is in a state of relaxation. Now think mentally to yourself, I'm going to practice Yoga Nidra. I am listening to the instructions. A constant communication is taking place between the instructor and myself. I can hear the sound of the voice, and we are connected. One transmitter and many receivers. There is to be no more movement, no sleeping throughout the practice. Welcome. At this point, we are going to make a sankalpa. This is the Yoga Nidra term in Sanskrit for an intention for your practice. You can allow one to come to you. A sankalpa is very simple words. Energy does not need complication. What would you like to gain? Just ask yourself. If you don't have one, you can wait. The greatest of all sankalpas is to resolve to awaken the energy that resides at the base of your spine, known as Kundalini. It dwells in the Muladhara or the root chakra. This is the essence of the union of the two energies within you, masculine and feminine. If you already know your intention, state it to yourself 3 times with full meaning and awareness. If you do not have one or nothing comes, you can use this one. I am awakening my own essence that dwells within the Muladhara chakra, making its way from Sushumna up to Sahasrara, the crown chakra. Repeat your Sankalpa 3 times now. We now move into the rotation of consciousness. Keep listening and do the practice as I indicate. There is no concentration required. Do not try to analyze. I will repeat parts of the body, and when you hear them, repeat it to yourself and become aware of that part. As quickly as possible, you are to move to the next part. No movement is to be made. It is awareness of the physical body. The practice always begins with the right hand thumb. Become aware of your right hand thumb. Second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, palm of the hand, back of the hand, wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, waist, hip, thigh, knee, calf muscle, ankle, heel, top of the foot, sole of the foot, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. The practice always continues with the left hand thumb. Become aware of the left hand thumb. Second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, palm of the hand, back of the hand, wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, waist, hip, thigh, knee, calf muscle, ankle, heel, top of the foot, sole of the foot, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. Now bring your awareness to the back of the body, back of the head, back of the neck, right shoulder blade, left shoulder blade, right buttock, left buttock, right heel, left heel. Now the front of the body, top of the head, forehead, right temple, left temple, right ear, left ear, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, middle of the eyebrows, right eye, left eye, right nostril, left nostril, whole nose, right cheek, left cheek, upper lip, lower lip, both lips together, chin, neck, right collarbone, left collarbone, right side of the chest, left side of the chest, middle of the chest, navel, upper abdomen, lower abdomen, right leg, left leg, right arm, left arm, the whole of the head, the whole body, the whole body, the whole body. Become aware of your body lying here in Shavasana, corpse pose. There are points where your body is in contact with the surface you are lying on. Bring your awareness to those particular points of contact. Behind your heels, both of your heels are touching, and there is a point where they do. Now from the top of the body, the head and the surface you are on, the back and the surface you are on, the right hand and the surface you are on, the left hand and the surface, the right elbow and the surface, the left elbow and the surface, the buttocks and the surface, the hamstrings, the heels. Imagine all these meeting points of the body with the surface you are lying on, your whole body connected at these meeting points. Become aware of the whole body. Do not contract and do not expand. Awareness of sensations. Become aware of heaviness. Imagine in your mind the body is becoming very heavy. Awaken the idea of heaviness in the body. Gradually feel that the body is becoming heavier and heavier. The head is becoming heavy. The right palm is heavy. The left palm is heavy. Both arms and shoulders are heavy. The back is heavy. The buttocks and groin are heavy. The right thigh is heavy. The left thigh is heavy. Both kneecaps are heavy. Both legs are heavy. Both arms are heavy. The whole head is heavy. The eyes are heavy. The lips and jaw are heavy. The whole body is heavy. Continue feeling that the body is heavy. Intensify the feeling as if you are weighed down. The feeling of heaviness. Then gradually relax part by part. Lightness. Now begin to feel the whole body becoming lighter and lighter. The head is light, so light that it could even rise up. The right and left palms are becoming lighter. Both arms and both shoulders are light. The back is light. The buttocks and groin are light. The right thigh is light. The left thigh is light. The right heel and the left heel are light. The whole body is light and weightless. When your body becomes weightless, you feel as if it is rising, levitating, as if your whole body is the mass of a cloud. Keep on thinking the whole body is light. Intensify the feeling of lightness. The whole body is light. Then begin to find the balance point between the lightness and the heaviness in the body. The Libran moon energy brings balance and justice. We are being asked to find our own sense of balance in our lives. It brings out fairness. It makes us passionate about eliminating injustice and promoting peace to make the world a better place. We strive for social progress and equality at this time, and we embody it by literally sensing the experience of heaviness and lightness in our physical body. I balance. When I find the balance within me, balance of my inner masculine and feminine energies, I can better live as the example of balance, equality, justice in the world. We may feel alone at this time, like no one sees the justice that we participate in and create in the world. But we do not need to be seen, for we find the balance within ourselves, what needs to feel heavy and what needs to feel light. And we share that feeling, that inner knowing, when we are ready. That is all that matters. We are always supported by our higher power whenever we question, is more or less of this thing what I need Now, the Libra energy brings us wit and the ability to assess the validity of things. We can appreciate the beauty in everything, objects, thoughts, emotion, and people. We are more drawn to art and literature and finding equanimity in all the realms of our life. When the moon is in Libra, we want to support the downtrodden, the underdog. We can better see all sides to all issues, but it can still be challenging to make any final decisions. We are better adept at seeing the bigger picture and recognizing both sides of any issue. We may change our minds. We also may believe that things will resolve themselves, and sometimes we don't exert enough effort where it is needed for the sake of keeping the peace, maintaining the balance. We are great judges and negotiators at this time, and we need to be wary of conceding or giving too much. The Libra within us all sometimes has us going along with what we don't want, just to keep the peace. Recognize where the balance is within you. Do you need to be more heavy or grounded, more in touch with your physical presence, more earthed, more digging roots in? Or do you need more lightness, less serious, more wit and sarcasm and playfulness? Which sensation do you need in the physical body? And which element do you need in your life? The lightness is that of air, of floating, of adaptability and change. If we need to make a decision, what is hanging in the balance? Where might we share resources and mirror one another's values and beliefs? What decision is needing to be made at this time? Allow the answers to come to you. There is no rush. Just as there is no force with the scales, we allow what we place on them to be weighed as they are. No pressure, no holding up, simply allowing the actual weight to be measured. Alternate in your mind the feelings of heaviness and lightness now. Cloud represents lightness, and steel represents heaviness. Imagine at alternate times the whole body as a cloud, and imagine at alternate times the entire body made of steel. Practice these two experiences alternately. The whole body is steel. The whole body is steel. There are no bones, marrow, or blood, just a steel frame. Now change the idea. The whole body is a cloud. The whole body is as light as a cloud. There are no bones, marrow, or blood. Everything is composed of cloud particles. The body is as light as a cloud. Again, change the idea. The whole body is like steel, heavy steel. No bone, marrow, or blood. The whole body is as heavy as steel. Change the idea. The whole body is as light as cotton. Feel as if the whole body was composed of cloud. Cloud is so light, it can rise up from the surface you are lying on. You float and shift as a cloud. You have the power to change the idea, just as you have the power to choose the balance that works best for you in all areas of your life. Now, change the idea of heaviness and lightness, steel and cloud, to heat. Imagine you are near a burning furnace and you feel intense heat. Now imagine you are out in the tropical sun at noon with no shade. The whole body should experience the heat of a blazing furnace, of the hot tropical sun relentlessly beaming down on you at noon in the middle of summer. Awaken the experience of heat as vividly as possible. Change the experience. Now the whole body is experiencing cold. Your body is experiencing the cold winds that blow from the tops of snowy mountains. The same cold one feels in a deep freezer with no shoes, no coat, no hat. You are out on the face of that snowy mountain, holding on to a snowbank, your bare feet covered in a foot of snow. The experience of cold. Awaken the experience of cold. You have the power to change your experience, just as you have the power to change the sensation of heat to cold and back again, or the experience of heaviness or lightness and back. Leave both experiences. Let them be what they are, and come back to your own balance. What is the right temperature and density for you at this time? Where do you choose to be? Where is your equanimity, your single balancing point? Where is that midline for you? Make yourself comfortable, but no sleeping. We are now going to go through a rapid visualization technique. Bring your mind to your eyebrow center, ajna, the space between your brows. This is the center of your intuition, your energy chakra that knows all and is connected to higher power or the divine. Do not leave that point until I tell you to. I will enumerate a few objects, and as I name each one, visualize it very quickly. If you cannot, don't worry, leave it, and continue following my instructions. Sometimes I will go very slowly, and sometimes very fast. I may also come back to the image a number of times. Some of the images you may know, and others you may not. But do not think. Let the image shine by itself in your mind's eye. Bring your awareness to the eyebrow center, ajna, your inner knowing, and visualize darkness, a pink rose, waves on the ocean, a blue sky in the evening, dark night, tiny shining stars studded in the heavens, a high mountain range with snow-capped peaks, a ship sailing on the high seas, white sandy beaches, a virgin forest with tall and dense trees, a dove, a galloping horse, a small hut in the woods, a burning fire in the bush, a stormy night, the full moon, a mountain stream, a lonely rock in the mountains, a big garden of blooming flowers, a rising sun. Keep your awareness focused at the eyebrow center, ajna. Visualize a large lake with lotus flowers rising up from the mud, a sailing boat, people swimming, a lonely wooden hut in the mountains, a desolate valley, a high mountain with snow-capped peaks, a quiet evening, beautiful sunset, chirping birds, tiger in the forest, elephant, cobra, a symbol of Om, sound of a bell ringing, waves on the ocean, ship at sail, full moon, calm and quiet evening in a moonlit valley, mountain stream, refreshing cold bath in the mountain stream, the experience of exhilaration. Now become aware of your breath. Become aware of your breath. Inhale. Become aware of your breath as you pause. Become aware of your breath as you exhale. Become aware of your breath in the pause. Now inhale mentally through the left nostril. And when you're ready, exhale mentally through the right nostril. Start to practice mental alternate nostril breathing by breathing in through the right and out through the left. Now in through the left and out through the right. Continue. In right, out left. In left, out right. Continue, always pausing for a brief moment at the bottom of each side exhale, and also pausing for a brief moment at the top of each inhale. Alternating the breath through each nostril with only your mind, no movement. The next time you inhale, bring your awareness to the back and center of the eyebrows again. Here, visualize the rising sun, red like a tomato. Visualize clouds gathering in the sky, drizzling rain, fog all around, a pink rose, a sunflower, an apple, a lettuce leaf, a hot water spring, tall pine tree, cluster of grapes, the symbol of Om, a lonely wooden hut in the valley, snow-capped peaks, a mountain stream, cold bath, ship at sail on the sea, lotus on a lake, people swimming. Bring your awareness back to your third eye, the Ajna chakra. The Justice card represents fairness, truth, balance, and accountability. It symbolizes the idea that every action has a consequence. It can mean that your actions are being weighed and that good things will come your way when you're being fair. Only you know the definition for yourself. The Justice card in the tarot brings encouragement for acting with integrity, accepting responsibility for your choices, and striving for equity. It's also associated with difficult transitions in life, the need for inner strength when seeking balance and fairness. You will do well. It brings mistakes to our awareness, the fact that we all make them, and sometimes we are not proud of what we have done. There's justice in forgiveness of ourselves as well as others. We must forgive ourselves and know that we are loved wholly and fully as we are, that the balance only comes with realization of us being always supported, connected, and loved by a power greater than ourselves. The Two of Pentacles is also present in this Libran energy. It reminds us of our resourcefulness and our adaptability to juggle multiple life choices. It signifies a need to balance some aspect of our life. It helps us to get rid of excess struggle, excess juggling, misuse of energy, to bring back balance and integrity. The infinity symbol is here, connecting the two pentacles and symbolizing the boundless potential that we have for managing all of the myriad of priorities and responsibilities in our lives. There are two ships in the background at sail, representing the ups and downs of life at sea. Our breath is the sea itself, rising and falling, and recognizing that we also are able to control our breath and the pace our life takes by going with the flow of water. Find balance, have patience, be moderate, maintain your own calm, work with others, embrace compromise, practice understanding, and utilize open communication. You are strong. You are supported. There is beauty, power, and the energy of all that is vibrating within you. There may be deeply emotional situations, and with mindfulness, you can find balance in any storm. It is time to join with others, to pool our resources, and to recognize that we are all one, just as the energy within each of us is unified and makes us whole. The very Kundalini energy that exists within us all is the divine masculine and feminine intersecting along the spine at our chakra centers. Now develop your awareness of the chakras and their positions along the spine. The Muladhara chakra at the base of your spine. It's located at your perineum muscle, between the urinary and excretory organs. Awareness at Muladhara. There is no need to contract these points. However, try to feel a spontaneous contraction there. Imagine contractions, but do not contract. Contractions at Muladhara, the root. Next, just above and below the belly button is Swadhisthana. In the vertebral column, just under or below the navel. Sitting just beneath the ribs, on top of the adrenal glands, is Manipura. Behind the literal heart is Anahata. At the throat is Vishuddhi. At the top, in the center of your forehead, is Ajna. At the top back of your head, Bindu. And at the crown of the head, Sahasrara. Try to remember the location of the chakras. Repeat the names mentally after me in your mind, and mentally touch your spine, moving from point to point rapidly. If you cannot feel it, it does not matter. Simply follow along. Repeat each name mentally as I say it. Muladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipura, Anahata, Vishuddhi, Ajna, Bindu, Sahasrara, Sahasrara, Bindu, Ajna, Vishuddhi, Anahata, Manipura, Swadhisthana, Muladhara, Muladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipura, Anahata, Vishuddhi, Ajna, Bindu, Sahasrara, Sahasrara, Bindu, Ajna, Vishuddhi, Anahata, Manipura, Swadhisthana, Muladhara. As you envision all of the chakras and touch them along the points on your spine, begin to imagine a coiled up, sleeping snake. It is seated at the base of your spine, resting. Another snake comes to join. As you breathe, the two snakes awaken, and each begins to travel along the sides of your spine. They meet or cross at all of the points along your chakra centers, moving up from Muladhara, crisscrossing at Swadhisthana, moving out to the sides, crisscrossing at Manipura, again moving out and crossing at Anahata, again out, crossing at Vishuddhi, out, crossing at Ajna, out, crossing at Bindu, out, and touching at Sahasrara. The snakes are stable and peaceful, rising ever higher towards the beyond, connecting with all that is. From your root to your crown, from Shiva to Shakti, along Sushumna, the central channel, along your spinal cord, your central nervous system. Finally, to complete the practice, become aware once more of your whole body. Think to yourself, I am practicing Yoga Nidra. Visualize your whole body and the position of it, and all beings everywhere sharing this energetic vortex with you. Become aware of your immediate external environment. Become aware of yourself. Say to yourself, I am practicing Yoga Nidra. I am visualizing my body, the entire room, the earth. Now it is time to repeat the sankalpa that you made at the beginning of practice 3 times to yourself. If you had one, use the same one 3 times with full meaning and awareness. If you don't have one, allow one to come to you. If you want, you may also use, I am awakening my Kundalini that dwells in the Muladhara chakra. Once you've repeated your sankalpa, begin to become aware of your external environment. Start to come out of the spirit of Yoga Nidra and return to normal awareness. Perhaps by wiggling your fingers and toes, rocking your head from side to side, feeling your teeth inside of your mouth. When you are ready, slowly support yourself to sit up or simply drift off to sleep. If you are rising, be gentle as you open your eyes. The practice of Yoga Nidra is now complete. Sat, Chit, Ananda, being, consciousness, bliss. Thank you everyone for joining me this evening. There is a restorative astrology of the moon yoga class next Tuesday, the same time. I also offer birth chart readings and a moon wisdom course coming up virtually in December. If you have any interest in either of those, please feel free to respond to a reply email that I'll send. And have a beautiful rest of your evening. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Take care.